everybody, welcome back to HelloSim. This time today we're going to build a farmhouse, and this is just the exterior. I haven't done any of the decorations inside. I was going to put that on a separate video, and I've started recording it, but at the moment I don't really like how it looks inside, but this is just in case you wanted to do it yourselves. So I'm actually pretty excited about this one. I thought it turned out pretty well. And I used a picture from the internet, so you can actually find it yourself. I think if you Google converted farmhouse or converted barn or something, it gives you a picture. I bet you'd be able to guess which one I copied the front building style off of, with the rounded roofs. It was I think it was a snowy scene, but this obviously Sims 4 does not have snow and things like that yet, so it's just pretty basic. I'm putting in lots and lots of big windows. I'm imagining that these were barns, hay barns or cow sheds or whatever, chicken sheds, and they've been converted into a family home, but they're actually still, it's kind of used as a farm. So I've got some farm type things going on, but I don't think it's a massively huge working farm. That's the only thing that one of the things I don't really like about The Sims 4 at the moment is that you can't make as much money from selling your fruits and vegetables and flowers and stuff as you could on Sims 3. You could almost, if you had enough, you could almost turn that into a full-time job and do it from home, but in Sims 4 you make barely anything from selling your fruits and veg, so it's not really an additional income. I've been trying to play without cheating recently, without doing any cheats for money or jobs or anything, and it is taking me a fair while to get my family off the ground, so that's a bit upsetting. I'm just putting in a little pond here at the front, but I wanted it to look more like a natural pond, so I was trying to cover the sides with plants and things so that you couldn't really see where the edges were. And I also liked that some of the leaves dipped into the water, so just adding that on there. And then I wanted a cover for the front door, which I added some pillars to make it a little bit more obvious. And then I looked at what I was doing, and I thought that the space to the right hand side could really be for a shed or workshop or something. So I think I get rid of that and end up putting in what I hope would look like a garage door, and then I upscale a child's toy as the van for or the truck for the farm. All these little edges where I'm using the spray path to go around, I kind of fill those in with plants and things to make it look quite cute, and also very lots of vegetation and lots of bright colours and trees and plants, because I figured that that's what it would be like on a farm, especially this one because I'm trying to kind of make it look like an orchard. And then I wanted a room back here. I didn't know whether I was going to make that another workshop or something, but I actually ended up making it into a swimming pool. So I thought that that was kind of cool, that the converted place could have a swimming pool. I'm just adding on the edges to the roof now in a dark brown colour, which I like. Actually, in these gaps I was going to put some shelving or that grated slats. I was going to put those in, but I completely forgot to do it, and then I saved it and uploaded it before I remembered, so never mind. I left it as a pretty big workshop with a bathroom downstairs and then a really open living area downstairs. Like I said, I didn't decorate it so that you could decorate it yourself, but towards the end I do put in a few bits and pieces to show where I would put the rooms, but then again it will be for you to decide on the themes and colours and things. So yes, I'm just adding in some more windows to make the swimming pool really bright and airy. And then out here I was looking to make an orchard, so I spent a while looking for a tree that was already grown when you put it down, but that also would have fruit on it. So I could only see that it was the cherry tree that when you placed it, it didn't just turn into a little mound of earth. So that's why I called it Cherry Tree Farm. because that is the only tree that I could find for the orchard. So I'm just testing out some fencing to see what would look cool to border the orchard, because I figured you wouldn't want any ruffians coming in and stealing your cherries. And then I put some dirt tracks for where people will be walking to go and pick the fruit. And then after that I start making a little private back garden area. I was going to put a little bench there with a basket on for collecting the fruit, but I forgot to do that as well, so that's something that you could do if you were to download the farm. This is just the back garden area. I thought I would, in case you had a little dog or something, maybe, oh, imagine if Sims 4 got pets, wouldn't that be brilliant? But you could put your dog in there and it wouldn't be running all over the neighbourhood. And then over here I thought there's a bit of extra space, so I thought I'd make a kind of greenhouse. I remember it was Sims 2 that had greenhouses and I loved them, but nothing has happened since then, so I don't believe that there was any on Sims 3. Maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't have all the expansions, so maybe it came with something else. But I tried to make a little greenhouse that you could grow different kinds of plants in, and then there's me just filling in this part again with lots of foliage and a big tree. I enlarged some of these trees because I liked them and they were too small how they were, and I'm just making in another pond here, again overhanging a little bit. I wanted it to look just not very perfect and kind of natural, and things are just popping up and random shrubs and trees and bits and pieces. I imagine this could be a really nice family home if you were to change the rooms in the farmhouse, or it could be a nice one-person home, or it could be where you put the grandparents and you go stay with the grandparents on the farm. So I'm just going to nighttime here and adding in the lights. Easier to do when you can see at night, so we can see what needs to be lit up. And then there was this bit here at the front. I didn't know what to do with it, so I thought I would make it into a small garden for growing fruits and vegetables with the troughs, or the planters. I think they're called planters. So I added those in and some sunflowers, and then I found the wheelbarrow with the plants and plant pots on it, which I really like, and I put that in a couple of different places as well. It takes me ages to find certain things, so just messing around and having a look. So there's the wheelbarrow, and then adding in some extra bits. I really like little details like putting the dirt where you would put down fencing, and making sure that the edges are kind of bordered in dirt so it all melts nicely into each other, and making sure that the downstairs all the rooms are the right way, and then I'm putting in the basics of what now I would have each room as. So I'm doing the flooring as, I think I did it as stone because I imagined it was a barn, and then I did for the most part wooden or plastered walls, super simple, and then I added in some little bits and pieces. So this room, you could have it as anything, a den or a workshop, or if you change it to a retail site, then you could live in the farmhouse but sell from that room, I suppose. I don't know if that would work. And then I had a little room in the back which was a kind of office. So this is when I'm starting to add little bits in as to how I would do it if I decorated it as sort of inspiration. But obviously I hugely encourage you to decorate it however you want. I would be excited if people linked me somehow to some photos so I could see what people had done. I think this has been quite popular on the gallery, not as popular as some of the other stuff that I've done, but you know, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out all in all. So we are going in a moment to some screenshots. I'm just finishing adding in some basic furniture for the living room, and then we will have a look at the farmhouse as a whole. So just checking everything. This is how it looks from the front. It is in the desert type environment, can't remember what it's called. This is the back with the pond going into the orchard. This is from the front with the front pond, and this is inside. Kind of dark because I didn't add any lighting, so you would need to do that yourself. Here is the pool area and then the orchard area for you to see as well. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for stopping by, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye!